heavy stuff. The Federalist publisher Ben Domenech joins me now to talk about this. It's interesting because that's a very heartfelt, emotional speech. And, you know, from Michael Moore, you would assume that he would be insulting some of the people who have most been enamored with Donald Trump, but rather he's complimenting them. He's saying that these are decent people and he truly understands them. Is this the best piece of electioneering that Donald Trump has?
You know, it's an interesting thing for Michael Moore to put so much effort to roll out this film. He's trying in it to make the case to a lot of Bernie Sanders supporters in particular that they need to vote for Hillary Clinton because her election would be more important and that it would be better for the country. But along the way, he shows a lot of sympathy for Donald Trump supporters. And what I actually think he's speaking to is a faction of the Democratic Party that really no longer exists, that has really gone away from the Democratic Party and is now voting for Donald Trump because they view him, unlike Hillary Clinton, as someone who actually cares about their interests, who feels their pain, who understands the things that their communities have gone through in recent years because of what they perceive as a lot of bad deals that have gone against them, a lot of changes in the global economy that have hurt their communities. And he understands that Hillary Clinton really does not speak for them. To me, this is Michael Moore sort of being honest in spite of himself.
Yeah.
He's unable to really admit, you know, to sort of go all the way to the point of saying that he actually supports Trump, but what he's acknowledging is he knows Hillary Clinton doesn't stand for these voters or their interests.
And it's interesting, one of the disconnects is Hillary Clinton obviously has great contempt for people who like Donald Trump. And Michael Moore has at least tried to understand them because he has known them and documented their lives for so many decades. Another interesting parallel is he talks about the Brexit states. He talks about Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Michigan. And Donald Trump is hoping that, you know, the Brexit vote was supposed to go in favor of those wanting to stay in the EU. But obviously it went the opposite way. Do you think that there's still a possibility that Donald Trump could have his Brexit moment?
I think that there's definitely a situation within those states where he's going to overperform in a lot of communities that traditionally have not gone for the Republican nominee in presidential elections. He's going to win a lot of blue-collar Democrat communities that have that are going to probably split their tickets and vote Democrats locally, but then the Republican nationally, because they understand that Hillary Clinton doesn't represent their interests. The problem for him, of course, is that there are also suburban communities within these states, communities where Mitt Romney performed very well 4 years ago, but Trump is expected to underperform. The problem for him is that he really needs both of those communities in order to win those states, and the polling that we have currently doesn't indicate that he's doing as well as he needs to do in order to win there. Of course, the polling was generally wrong about Brexit as well, but I think that we have to expect that if Donald Trump in these next 2 weeks is unable to make up the ground that he's lost in those suburban communities, he's going to have a hard path ahead of him in order to win those Brexit states.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, the only thing we know is the map in 2016 is going to look very different than the map in 2012. We don't know exactly how that's going to shake out. I know Michael Moore tried to compare Donald Trump to a pedophile. He's not a fan of his, but he does make a compelling argument in what he considered to be an explanation. Do you think that Donald Trump is going to be the next president?
I don't think that Trump is going to be the next president, but I think that Moore's statement actually speaks to a problem that's going to really remain for both political parties in the aftermath of this election. They're going to have to find a way to speak to the millions of Americans who are currently out of work or out of the workforce, working-age adults who want to find a path forward and who really have a lot of despair and anxiety about the future of the economy. Hillary Clinton is not going to speak to those concerns. Someone will need to.
All right, Ben Domenech, you are so smart. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate it.
Great to be with you.
All right, thanks, Ben.